What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Uh, we had this story just last week, really, I was saying a couple days ago, where the X-Men showrunner was suddenly, and I would say surprisingly, fired. That is, of course, Beau DeMayo. Word was he had already, obviously, the first season is done and coming out any day now. The second season is fully written, and he was in talks for the third one when suddenly, boom, gone, and all they said was that they had parted ways, and there was a slight corporal speak of very good work, but we parted ways. He wasn't fired, but we parted ways. And here we have a possible actual reason. Now, of course, many of the speculations, and in my opinion, the original, I thought culprits might be one. Possibly he was involved in some sort of Jonathan Majors-esque domestic violence, guilty or not, just that might have been a scandal, and or some sort of Me Too accusations, possibly just at the studio, and or related to his OnlyFans, which we found out he doesn't have, in fact, have an OnlyFans, even if it's the non-nude type, just thirst trapping, showing those the pecs for the boys. I guess Grinder wasn't enough. So here we have, though, possible information, and it is his OnlyFans, apparently. Like I said, when the news broke that week that Marvel's Studios had fired X-Men 97 showrunner, speculation immediately started running rampant about what led to him being dismissed days before the show's press tour began. Contrary to social media scuttlebutt, his dismissal had nothing to do with the fact that he's black or gay, which I didn't think it did. I don't know if anyone actually thought it was specifically because he was black or gay, but instead, Jeff Snyder reports that he was an absolute nightmare to deal with on a daily basis, with the suggestion being he was a difficult presence behind the scenes of this X-Men, the animated series revival. DeMayo is also said to have raised concerns with Disney's higher-ups regarding his non-nude OnlyFans account. It's said that they found his conduct on the platform unsettling and creepy. The creative has yet to comment, but deleted his Instagram account earlier this month. He has left X some time ago after frequently clashing with fans about the show. So if I were him and I were his spin lawyers, and you know what? Let's Doctor Strange look into one possible timeline future reason for this. Let's pretend, because remember, with best interpretation, Beau DeMayo was the guy that told us the news about the Witcher writer's room, not liking Henry, not liking the original source material, trying to change it. And by his accounts, you shouldn't be able to allow to work on a show like this or change a show unless you love it, which he says he did. And of course, he got this. And Henry was called an absolute nightmare to work with and problematic. Now, reason they found him in The Witcher problematic was because he kept advocating for the source material to be upheld and not be diluted down. So if I were Beau DeMayo's lawyer or spin person, I would be like, oh, well, they're just saying that because he wanted to keep the best possible accurate to the source material as possible. And things like Rogue losing her TNA or non-binary morph, that was actually done by other people. And even though Beau DeMayo is gay and black, when he said that would inform the TV show, he really just meant the feelings of being on the outside and isolated and wanting to be accepted by the mainstream, and that's what he was using to focus on. Now, this is all bullshit spin, and I don't think that's, well, maybe it is true. I don't know. Either way, you heard it here first if that does end up being the real. But my point is, that would be the best interpretation of all of this, because OnlyFans, yeah, if it would have been a straight up OnlyFans, unsettling and creepy, it was non-nude. What was he doing that was non-nude that they found unsettling and creepy? And I'm not going to look up for that, even in science. You can investigate on your own. But either way, we have an answer. And since Mr. DeMayo has not done anything to refute, because he's not spoken at all, because if it really was just an OnlyFans, you think he would be like, so what? I had an OnlyFans. A lot of people have OnlyFans. It wasn't even nude. And just try to play it off. But he hasn't said anything at all, which means maybe it is sort of that first one of there is a scandal a-coming, and it is related in some form to apparent unsettling and creepy behavior related to it. I don't know, but I've now given you 2 or 3 things it could be. You let me know what you think in the comments. If I have a Nerd Wars cope thing of the best interpretation, or if it's one of those other 2 scandals, or maybe they just didn't like him. Maybe he was just an asshole and they used the OnlyFans as an excuse. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you've done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And what?
Well, bye.